Hi, my name is Rebecca Thompson, and I am the author of the blog post An Alternative View of Tantrums and Emotional Upsets. I wanted to first say welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. And I also suspect that you're here because the way that emotional upsets are being handled in your family doesn't feel good to you. It's probably not feeling good to your kids, and you're looking for something different, but you're not really sure what that is or how to do it. And so I want to start by giving you some tips for getting started and just say that I have been there, that I was that parent who had absolutely no idea what to do with my son's emotional upsets, and I didn't know how to support him, and I didn't know what I needed to be doing. And I spent about 4 years struggling horribly and making a lot of really awful mistakes that I look back on and say, I wish I hadn't done that. But I know I was doing the best that I could do at the time. So I want to share with you the things that I learned. The first thing is that if you can remember that your child isn't upset just to make your life more difficult, even if it feels that way. I know I felt that way a lot. I so felt like it was personal, and it was some vendetta that he was going after me for. But the reality was he was having a hard time, and making that shift in understanding what was happening wasn't just focusing on me and how this felt for me, but actually start to look at him. How's he feeling in all of this? The second thing is that your child's brain is developing and that your child needs your help learning to regulate. That is inconvenient sometimes, but it's one of our most primary jobs. I didn't understand that for a long time. I just wanted to make the behavior stop. I wanted to punish him, and I wanted to, give him some consequences, put him in timeout. None of those things actually worked. And it just actually made us feel more disconnected, and that didn't help us. But he needed to learn to regulate, and that was part of my job, was to help him learn to regulate in connection. I didn't understand that. So I want you to take a moment right now, and or maybe in a little while, but express how it's felt for you to parent this particular child. Maybe you've got more than one that's really frustrating right now. The best thing to do here is to call a friend, talk to your partner about it, write it down. And feeling cycles last about 90 seconds, so if you can give yourself 90 seconds to actually really deeply feel it, you can go longer than that, but as a minimum, give yourself 90 seconds. And if you're writing, 3 to 5 minutes. It takes a little bit longer when you're writing. But write about the thoughts, the feelings, and how it feels in your body when this happens. And if you talk about it, do that too. Now, the next step is imagining what your child may be feeling. Not why, but what do you see? What's happening? What do you feel as you watch your child? What are those feelings? And because we have mirror neurons in our brain, we have the things that our child is feeling, we're also feeling, and vice versa. So if we can identify what it is we're feeling and then look at our child and say, I wonder if he's feeling the same way, it helps us to get more on the same page. So it's not an us versus them, but hey, we're actually feeling the same thing. What do we need to feel better? Work to calm yourself, and then that will help you to connect more with your child. When your child is having an emotional upset, one of the biggest rules that I learned that was really helpful for me was connect with them. But I didn't know what that really meant. So it might mean just sitting with your child and not trying to fix it right then. Imagine how she's feeling without saying a word. Stay close by. Try to resist the temptation to just leave the room and let them deal with it, or send them to their room and let them deal with it, because they're not learning to regulate. They're learning to shut it down, or they're learning to redirect it and put it somewhere else. If you can stay in connection with them, that helps them learn to regulate. If your child is flailing around, obviously move yourself away. If they don't want to be held, respect that. But if they'll let you hold them, or just offer and let them know that you're there and you're ready for them, to come to you, whenever that is for them, whenever they're ready. So be open and available for your child when he or she is ready to connect with you. So these are just my getting started tips. Play with them, see how it feels. I know it made a huge difference in my life when I started applying some of these ideas. It can be challenging though at first, so stick with it if it's a little bit hard. I also wanted to offer, I have a class that I put together. It's short. It's 13 videos that are between 2 and 5 minutes each. A lot of them are on the shorter side. It's all under an hour in length. And I would love for you to have the opportunity to not spend 4 years trying to learn how to do this, but to get a little bit of support right now. And so I encourage you to just, if it feels true, if it feels right to you, to check this out and then let me know what you think. So thank you so much for being here. Enjoy your tips. Make sure you download them and hang them on the refrigerator so you can remind yourself. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.